Yo, yo, testing one, one, two. That was weird. Yo, what's up? Just wanted to get on here real quick and do a live. I'm just checking out some things. Y'all know your boy always struggle streaming. We're supposed to talk about a scam, and I'm gonna get to that. I'm probably gonna talk about that tomorrow. So hopefully nobody in the community fall for it between now and then. But I saw an interesting article, and I actually didn't read it. I kind of heard about it and had a few conversations with a couple of my partners about it. But I really didn't read the article and go into the details. But hey, as always, we talk attorney reactions and finance, and this is a great opportunity to talk attorney reaction and a little bit of finance. I'm Marcus, the debt free dad, licensed attorney, not your attorney, not legal or professional advice. Now we're gonna talk about NBA baller Anthony Edwards. Okay, now Anthony Edwards, fourth year in the league, was a top. I don't know where he went. He probably was like top three. Was he one? I don't know, but definitely a top, damn near top overall draft pick. And he actually is having his best year. I think he put up like 25 points or something this year. So he's having a breakout year. But he's in the news for something that, let's just be honest, it probably shouldn't be news, but when you're a public figure, you want the fame and the fortune, it means that everything that you do is going to be in the public arena for people to want to know and want to see. But apparently, allegedly, an IG model, someone who is a proud member of the BBL community, is saying that Anthony Edwards paid 100K for her to have an abortion. I know that sounds crazy, right? Because it's some finance stuff we got to talk about in that. But let's go ahead, jump to the article first. I didn't really see any like good news stories on it, but we're gonna jump into this article and then we're gonna talk about it, okay? Anthony Edwards embroiled in a 100,000 abortion scandal after Instagram model exposes text. I don't think it's a scandal, but hey, let's get through it. Then we're gonna chop it up. Minnesota Timberwolves star Anthony Edwards posted a statement on social media after a woman accused him of impregnating her and then offering her 100 racks, $100,000 to get an abortion. Paige Jorday, who is said to be an Instagram model, posted alleged text messages between her and 22-year-old Edwards, in which she claimed he wrote, "Get an abortion, lol, and I will send you money to help you out," according to screenshots on social media. Edwards, who signed a 5-year, 5-year, $260 million max contract extension with the Timberwolves in July, said he made comments in the heat of the moment and he is handling the situation privately moving forward. In layman's terms, what that means is I'm not going to deny that that is me in that text message, but I got to say something since it's a public thing now. I made comments in the heat of the moment that are not me and that are not aligned with what I believe and who I want to be as a man, Edwards wrote in the statement he posted to his X. X is just such a crazy name. But there's an image of a screenshot of his statement that he put out where he felt he had to defend himself. But I personally don't think he should have said shit. But that's neither here nor there. All women should be supported and empowered to make their own decision about their bodies and what is best for them. I'm handling my personal matters privately and will not be commenting on them any further at this time. Edward is believed to be in a relationship with girlfriend Janine Roble, Robel, I guess. I don't know. I'm assuming she pronounced it Roble. But I've actually looked at a picture of his girlfriend. Way better than this uh, Build a Bear body chick, in my personal opinion. I'll show y'all a picture of it. I got one in the article. Here's the text message that they got. I still have an appointment on the 27th. Hell nah, can't do this. So now what? What a great response. Get an abortion, lol. Honestly, I had an abortion with my son around 2 years ago, and I regret it every day. Man, you can't force a kid in this world. You don't know what it is yet. That's not the point. I said I had an abortion 2 years ago and I regret it. The screenshots, which were initially posted to Jorday's IG, also included a screenshot of a pending wire transfer of $100,000 on November 27th with JP Morgan Chase at the bottom. The image did not show the sender and receiver. Other messages Jorday alleged were Edwards sent to her include, I don't want a kid, just take the pills. And okay, just make sure I get the video of the box with the right pills. Oh man, this is kind of wild. All right, there's a screenshot of the $100,000 transfer. Other messages read, "You got the money. What's the hold up? And my attorney going to handle it?" The post was shared on Instagram stories by one of Jorday's pages, which she has 1.4 million followers. Her other Instagram post under the name Page Jorday is verified and has 416,000 followers. Blah blah blah. I've never once ran to the internet about no one, she wrote in a separate post on the Instagram story. Ye yeah, because it probably nobody would have knew who the hell you was talking about. I tried over and over to handle this privately, and my efforts were ignored. What? That's confusing. I've been lied to and manipulated by someone who knows exactly what they're doing and takes no accountability for everything. W- okay. Y'all always want someone to blame, and I guess it's going to be me. This is her right here with her build a bear body. The Timberwolves have yet to address the situation publicly, as they shouldn't. Edwards averaging 24, 5 rebounds, 5 assists. Timberwolves are 19-5. They played the Heat in a game yesterday. All right, so let's talk about this. Okay, first and foremost, the very first thing that I thought of when I heard this story was like, damn man, all this money and all this access and all this uh wealth, and people still be irresponsible, not strapping up. Hey, I get it. I understand. Hey, people like the naturalness of things. But when you have, I mean, even if you don't have nothing to lose, it's people out here who don't have nothing to lose who risk it every day. But when you have so much to lose, you signing $200+ million contracts, you got to have enough common sense to protect yourself. Because this is my personal opinion, this is what I'm gonna tell my daughter, Lord forbid, when she's like 32 and she decides to, be out there in the world engaging in these type of things. I'm going to expressly tell my daughter, it is your responsibility to ensure that your partner is having safe sexual intercourse with you. It's up to you. Cause if you don't take responsibility of it, guys ain't worth guys ain't worth it, So they're gonna be like, hey, if she don't say nothing, how, hey, let's just keep it a buck. So that's the lesson I'm gonna tell my daughter. Hey, making sure you're safe is your responsibility. That's you always has the onus to do that. Even though I know ladies, y'all may say that's not fair, but hey, if you're standing guard at the gate, you control who gets in and who gets out, right? That's just I was in the army. I was on guard duty a lot of times. When I was at the guard duty gate, I control who came in, who didn't come in, what was allowed in, what wasn't. I kind of look at it in that standpoint because you can't rely on nobody else to be responsible for you. That being said, it made me think of something that Kevin Samuels used to always say when he talk about high value man. Everybody always talk about high value men, and they talk about it from a money standpoint. But I actually saw a clip. One of my partners sent me a clip where he actually broke down what it was. And one of the traits he said that high value men have is they are very protective with who they have children with and how far they are spreading their resources, which is the reason why a lot of NBA, NFL guys wouldn't necessarily meet what his criteria was for a high value man because they got 85,000 kids with a gazillion baby mothers, and in 10 years, they getting arrested for back child support. Now, let's just talk about this from a finance perspective, right? First thing first, I thought about when I saw this story and I saw $100,000. I was like, somebody, whatever he did, it wasn't a crime. You can make a contract to encourage or have someone perform something that they're legally obligated to do. So presumably you can engage in a contract for someone to terminate a child. It's just something that you can do legally. The interesting thing I thought was I don't think he did his due diligence because $100,000. Let's just think about this from a common sense standpoint. You're paying her $100,000. How much you think she can get from you over an 18-year period for having your child? I'm sure it's far more than $100,000. The last time I checked, and this probably was 2 years ago, it was estimated to cost about $400,000 to raise a child from birth to 18. $400,000. So you came with an offer of $100,000. I think that's a little bit of a low ball personally. And I think that she can utilize the court system to get way more than that. So I think that that was crazy in my personal opinion. I think the other thing that I thought was interesting is one, the fact that she even put it out there just kind of made no sense because these are conversations that people have behind closed doors when these situations occur all the time. The only difference is people don't have the money to give someone $100,000 to entice them or encourage them. Because I saw some articles calling it a scandal. I saw some articles where the title said that she was forced. I personally don't think it was a forced anything. I didn't get any of that from reading anything I saw associated with this article. I just think that this dude made a dumbass move. He already has a lady who I think is pregnant, if I'm not mistaken. Or in an alternative, I know they're talking about marriage, but it's someone who he's been with for a long time. Like, bro, when you in a situation, one, if you're going to be doing that, don't even go down the road of getting married. It would be kind of pointless. But two, at least have enough common sense to protect yourself. The fact that she disclosed that information, in my personal opinion, I think that's a little bit of a clout chase. Like, what reason would you have to put this information out there? From the reading the article, it looks like she actually got and went through with the abortion process. I don't know yet. I'll believe it when I see it because I just can't see. I find it real difficult to believe that just because he doesn't want this child, she'll take the $100,000 and not have the child. If anything, she'll take the $100,000, put all of these text messages out like she did, and have you in child support court on top of that. Like, I mean, that's just kind of how the finesse go. That type of stuff happen all the time. Um, Fortunately, this is just a dude with means who made a stupid ass decision. Me personally, some people are pro, some people are against. I'm completely against abortions when it comes to my kids. Okay, what everybody else do with their kids, that's completely up with them. When it comes to my kids, nah, they're gonna be here. I don't care what the circumstances is. I'm gonna be like, nah, let's not do that. I'm always gonna err on the side of, hey, they didn't do anything. Let's have them come here. But it's crazy. Now, one of the questions someone did ask me is, does he have any legal recourse? Because this dude had to go on an apology tour for what? Because he didn't do anything wrong. This is a normal conversation. She was the one who made it public. And the answer is yes. A lot of states do have civil tort on the law, a civil claim for public disclosure of private facts. And if you publicly disclose a private fact and it caused some type of harm to an individual, you can have a valid lawsuit against that person. So technically, if he can establish some type of harm, what would be a harm be like if he was going to be I don't know, he was going to be the spokesperson's, he was going to do an ad for some company and this company was like pro life and now they backed out of the deal. In a situation like that, that'll be a good example. If that was a situation, he had a sponsorship deal with a company who was mad pro life. all of these text messages came out because she released them, he ends up losing that deal, he would actually have a valid claim for public disclosure of private facts because that's a private conversation. It's private facts about him and her. And he had suffered some type of loss because he would have lost that contractual obligation. But I don't think it's going to go that far. The statement that he read and made was one of those statements that you make when everything is true, but you just got to say some shit. So, it's going to be interesting to see how it plays out. Um, the article reads as if she got the procedure done, but I just can't see that happening. Like, I just can't see. I don't know, man. It is. Hey, I'm not gonna try to stereotype the sister, but she an IG model with a build-a-bear body. I don't know what other usable skills she has. She could be a computer scientist or not. I don't know. I don't know what other usable skills she has, but I just find it hard to believe that a woman would get pregnant by an NBA player who just signed a damn near 250 something $1 million contract for $100,000 when they can use a legal recourse over 18-year period and really get way more than that to take care of them and the child. I just don't see that happening. So I wouldn't be shocked. We don't know, but I wouldn't be shocked if the transfer went through, the text went out, and the baby going to be born in whatever 9 months, 8 months, 7 months, however many months it is. I'll tell you, one of the persons who probably really, I guess, excited that this came out is Zion. Because for so long, everybody's kind of been giving him the Simp of the Year award for his situation. But it's always good when you in some drama for something crazy to happen to get all the eyes off of you. So that's where Anthony Edwards is right now in this particular moment. And I think, it, he got to make better choices. You know what I mean? I can't even put the onus or really like blame on her because you should already know what it is. But what this shows is that, hey, no matter how much bread, no matter no matter how much bread people have, right? No matter how much bread people got, hey, you still sometimes gonna think with the wrong head, as my father used to always say. And you just gotta be smarter than that because you got too much to lose out there. Not to mention, like, I mean, on top of health concerns, but just from a financial standpoint, this dude is looking at 400, $500,000 the cost to raise a child to the age of 18, but that's just for raising the child. He probably gonna have to have some funds to actually take care of her now. Not to mention if he gets married to his longtime girlfriend, whatever headaches that's gonna cause, it's gonna be a complete another shit show for him. But he signed up for it. I'm a big accountability person all across. I'm equal opportunity. Hey, I want to hold everybody accountable. And Anthony Edwards, this is on you, bruh. I hate to say it, this is on you. What you think? She not gonna try to get you? Like, no, that's not gonna happen. You just got to be realistic with it. And that $100,000 was just a low ball amount. If I'm not saying that you should make these types of transactions, but if someone were to call me as their counsel and tell me the situation, I damn sure wouldn't say offer $100,000. I'd be like, hey, bro, you need to give her about $500,000 for her to even make this plausible because what she could tend to lose from going to court is probably going to be way more than that. I'm not a family law expert, but I know I do have children and I know they're expensive as hell. So, that's kind of a crazy situation. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this dude and this situation in the comments. The last thing I wanted to talk about, because I just don't want to do a separate video on it, is a little bit of Cardi B and Offset. All right, let's talk about them real quick. We're gonna take a quick pivot from Anthony Edwards and his making a dumbass decision that's probably gonna have him on the hook for 18 plus years. Um, I just don't think she got it done. Personally, I just can't see somebody giving up the bread. I can't see her giving up the bread when from going to her IG. Hey, her IG was amazing, but I didn't see any other usable skills outside of the build-a-bear body that'll put her in a position to sustain the lifestyle that she could have by having a kid with this dude. Now let's turn the page and talk a little bit about Cardi B and Offset, right? Who do y'all think is worth more without looking it up? Cardi B or Offset? Y'all let me know in the comments. I asked my son this question because when I saw this article, I thought it was an easy choice. Like one person is a solo artist, the other person is part of a group. Anytime you got a part of a group, they probably had to bust that down three ways. So there's no way he's gonna have as much money as Cardi B, who's an independent artist. But I saw an article out there. Let me see if I can find it real quick, where it says something interesting about how they allocated or were how they allocated their money during the course of their marriage. Let me see. Let me see if I can find this article. Yep, here you go, right here. Boy, Media Takeout be on it, man. That's hilarious. This picture that Cardi B got up here is hilarious as hell, too. Let's go ahead and pull this up real quick. Let's make that a little bit bigger so we could see. Nah, that's not the one we want. Let me see. All right. Hold on, this damn thing wilding out. I got it here. Let me pull it up. My bad. I should have had this already queued up. There you go. Close. What the hell? You go to these crazy ass sites. Okay. Cardi B allegedly left Offset broke as she removed her money from his bank accounts. I saw this article and I just started to laugh, right? Because just off my original thought, I just assumed that Cardi B is worth way more money. Cardi B is worth way more money than Offset just because she's a solo artist. A successful solo artist is probably gonna make more than someone who's a member of a group. Cardi B allegedly left Offset broke by taking her money from him. Cardi B always finds herself in the middle of controversy. So it seems every other year, and it seems like she and Offset break up each time they come close to divorce, but they get back together. And these are our heroes. People be like, man, celebrity relationships, they always end like that. Only one that probably won't end up like that is like Jay-Z and Beyonce. And that's just because that's big business right there. Like, nah, them tours gonna bring in too much money. The couple shares two children. However, rumors suggest Cardi won't be as forgiving this time. According to the rumors, she removed money from their joint bank accounts. As a result, rumors suggest Offset is not far from being broke. That's crazy as hell that they even putting this out here. That's crazy as hell that they putting this out here like this dude ain't got no ends. I looked it up. It said Cardi's net worth is like 80 million. Offsets is like 20, 23 million, something like that. She was on Love and Hip Hop. She made 500K per episode. She signed a 10 million deal with Atlantic Records. Since signing the deal, she had at least one single in the top 100 every year. As a result, her net worth has ballooned to 80 million. This has made Cardi B one of the wealthiest rappers in hip hop. Cardi B definitely the superstar of the relationship with Offset. However, Offset is easily the most popular member of his own crew over the past 5 years. Blah 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 blah. Did they say anything? Obviously, it stands to reason that Cardi would have more money than Offset does. Rumors suggest that she took money from their accounts, leaving him close to broke. I don't know. Like, I don't know. I'm just. I think when you got two people who coming in on equal footing, right? See, I can't really talk from experience because fortunately, yeah, fortunately, I was gonna say unfortunately, fortunately or unfortunately, fortunately, I was broke as hell and my wife was broke as hell before we got married. So when two people ain't got shit and you start to accumulate something, you just kind of like, oh, it's cool. We accumulate something, but I know for a fact that'd be different now. Let it be right now, and like, oh man, DFD was like single out here. I'm be like, nah, we get married. No, you keep your money. I keep my money. This is going to be a joint account where we put money in to take care of joint expenses. So it's interesting that eh, I don't know. I would like to think that when they got married, they had certain legal mechanisms in place to protect them in the event of a divorce. So if that's the case, it really wouldn't even make any sense to go through the hassle of, oh, Cardi's taking all of her money out of the account. The only reason that it would make sense to do that if she was being extremely petty and he is actually hard up for money, and she just was like, "Fuck it, I want to see this. I want to see this dude struggle to pay his Rolls Royce bill or something." But I remember seeing an article just like maybe a month ago on his birthday. She gave him like $2 million or something like that. So, but it's wild how money and relationships always play a pivotal role. Whatever issues your relationship has, if you got money problems, those issues are going to be magnified. If y'all can't communicate, try not being able to communicate and the light bills being off. Man, that's whatever issues you got, money problems will just magnify. But it's weird because couples always handle it different. It was an article that was trending, I think, yesterday, where what's good? What's good, BDB? I appreciate you tuning in, man. But it was an article yesterday where this sister who was like a doctor or something makes over $100,000, and she got a comment that she was getting roasted for because she was like, "I can't wait to get married and just give all of my money to my husband and let him handle the finances." And of course, all the independent women were going in on her in the comments, and I just kind of laughed because I was like, that's kind of what me and my wife do. Like, hey, I work, she work, I manage everything. It is what it is. She has access to everything. She can see everything, but she generally chooses not to be bothered. When it comes to investments, I handle all that for her. I'd be like, okay, you should put, even if it's her independent 401k that she has from her job, she'll come to me and be like, hey, what should I put this in? How should I do it? So I just kind of make all of those decisions. Now I show her how to do it. I tell her what I'm looking at, what to look for. But there's some peace of mind not having to deal with that shit. I mean, personally, I actually would enjoy if it was the other way around. I wouldn't mind if everything was taken care of. I know the money is getting managed correctly. I ain't worried about nobody finessing me. And anytime I go to the store and swipe the card, the shit go through. And what more could you ask for, right? But a lot of women were giving her flack for making that statement, like you're gonna give all your money to a man. And I'm sure a lot of women who were making that comment, they may or may not have a man. I think I know which way I go on that. But everybody in relationships deal with money different. I know for me personally, I collective as one net worth has grown way faster once we got to the point where we was just like kind of combine everything. Cause we did what I don't know. I think a lot of people do shacking up. we shacked up before we got married. So when you shack up, you have these arrangements like I'm gonna take care of the rent and these things. You take care of these things, and then whatever you do with your money left over is whatever. I do whatever with mine, and that's just kind of how you go. So we had the shack up finance blueprint. Then when we got engaged, we got married. We just kind of really never changed it. Like, okay, I took care of the mortgage. I took care of, uh, you know, I took care of XYZ bills. She took care of A, B, and C bills. Then whatever you did was just kind of your own. And when we finally changed that, which was relatively recently, I think in 2020, I tell you, our net worth has grown faster from 2020 now than it did our combined net worth the previous 5 or 6 years uh, combined. That 3 years worth of growth was greater than 6 years worth of growth. And the money, and I'm not talking about because of course you're going to get raises. I'm talking about the percentage that our net worth actually grew. And I think it's just because it's just more visibility now. We get paid, everything go into one place. A certain percentage goes out because I think this is a smart move how we do it. Hey, a certain percentage of your paycheck go into your own personal account, and I don't give a damn what you do with it. You can, if you want to go to see Night Heat dance at the strip club with the money that goes to your account from your check, do whatever the fuck you want. Same thing on my end. If I want to go buy some damn motorcycle gear every year because I like looking fresh on my motorcycle, that's kind of up to me. But we got a certain percentage allocated to, hey, this is your money to do what you want. This is my money to do what I want. Everything else is kind of combined. We pay everything. All of the investments come out off the break before the money even go down. And combining it has probably been the best thing ever. But hey, everything is fine and dandy till people break up, as we can see from Cardi and Offset. So, I would like to think that, hey, if shit went left at the household of the debt free dad, things wouldn't get crazy. But you don't know. Everything is cool until that shit is that cool. But I thought it was interesting that she apparently went in there and moved all of the money. That's probably going to be a big no if they had some legal arrangement already planned. So it'll be interesting to see how that plays out. But that's it. I just saw some things that was going on and trending news that was actually interesting. And Anthony Edwards looked like he got finessed. Like Anthony Edwards was that dude who a woman would be like, "I'm pregnant," and not really pregnant, and just get him to give her the abortion money because she can get him. Like he's giving off those kind of vibes with me. Like he might be a little bit of what some people like to call finesse bait. So it's gonna be interesting if she really actually got this procedure done. I don't think so. I think the more likely scenario, she took the $100,000. She threw the text messages out there for whatever reason. I don't see what benefit that was to her. She's gonna have this kid, and he's gonna be on the hook for 18 years or 21 years, depending on wherever the hell their residency is established at. So that's just kind of how that situation is going to play out. He does have a legal course of action, but I think it would be pointless because I don't know if he has any damages. Public disclosure of private facts is a legal cause of action that you could sue somebody for and win damages, but I don't know what he lost monetarily. The only type of loss he could have, it would have to be something like business related. Because this came out, I lost this opportunity for this deal that cost me X amount of dollars. And because I lost this, I'm suing your ass for public disclosure of private facts. And this is the damage amount, and they can get times 3 the damages and all of that other good stuff. Y'all let me know what y'all think about it in the comments. Tomorrow we're gonna talk about, it's an old school scam, but they like repurposed it, repackaged it. Y'all know how it is when you watch like shows like The Wire, when like the product was whack, and so they put it in a new wrapper and put a new name on it. Well, bad guys do that with scams as well. They'll have a scam that's an age-old scam they've been doing for years, but then they take that scam, put some new paint on it, put a couple new tiles on it, throw some shiny rims on it to make it look better than what it is, make it look like something new. We're gonna talk about it because it impacts the most expensive thing that most of us are ever gonna buy, our actual home, our equity in that home. So we're gonna chop it up and talk about it tomorrow. Y'all be safe. Have a good one. Peace.